responded to a petition that I signed that someone else did, which means it's reached 10,000 signatures at least. To ask the government for a referendum on ending the involvement with Russia and Ukraine. The government have said Russia's attempts to destroy Ukraine threaten the security and prosperity across the world. 3/4 of the United Nations members condemn Russia's invasion. Well, that means the people who are in charge of the government, not the people. The government does not support holding a referendum. So basically what the government are saying, without needing to read the rest of it, they're saying the government does not support having a referendum. So basically what it means is the government doesn't actually, is not interested in what the people think. Because the referendum is what the people think about a war. And if we have to go to war, the people were the ones who end up getting killed or fighting, right? So the government basically is saying that we don't care what the people think. It's not a people's war. The government, so it's actually the government's war and the other government's war and the United Nations. Basically, the people, we actually fund the government, elect the ministers, and we get sent to war if there is a war. You know, this is the thing in Russia itself. It's the leaders are going to war. The people of the countries are not doing any wars, starting any wars, or interested in any fighting or wars at all. It's all leaders, and it's like the corporate companies and elite now. The corporate companies and elite are doing things to us with these mobile phones, doing things to us with adverts. They've done things to us with the food being unhealthy and the rest of it. They don't support or care about what we say. So they don't want us to have a vote on the war. We didn't elect them for wars. We elected them to run a normal government. And when these issues arise, it should be the people's decision. So effectively, a war has got nothing to do with the people of the country or what they think. But yet, if we go to war, they'll need us to fight. We're being directed by these political parties and people. We're actually being bossed by them as if it's like a company, but it's not a company because it's meant to be democracy. And that's the problem with Russia itself. But essentially, we're being treated like we're workers in a factory. That's how Rishi Sunak's treating us all, and how the entire government treats us. It thinks that it owns the government and we are workers. We don't own anything. And that's the problem with the whole world now, and with how the corporate elite's treating us. So we aren't actually in control of our own government. The people of countries aren't in control of wars and fighting, but yet they are made to fight, like in World War II, and even sent to their death. That's why loads of people ran from Ukraine. I think the Russian people really, this is what Konstantin's been talking about on Inside Russia. There's nothing we can do, there's nothing we can do. These governments are not doing what the people of the country actually want. It's their own war. It's the war of political parties. Political parties are having wars, and political parties essentially now are making all these decisions based on lobbying and petitions from companies who have extracted all the money from us and have got the finances to take control and control the rest of it. And they regard us as being obedient servants. So that's why they don't want to give us a referendum.